And with that, or did Strife win? I don't know. It said BHOP won, but could have been stupid and wrong. Either way, Strife going to start out CT side, which I would say is probably better for them. BHOP goes T side first. I'm just not sure too much on BHOP's T side. Haven't really watched too much of them. I mean, but we do know quite a few of these players here, don't we? Especially Eris. Good old Paul from the Great Plains, eh? Good guy over there. And it will be Darty with the dualies and armor. Rex gonna go with some utility nades. Is Darty gonna get himself up? Waiting, just patiently. As it's gonna be more of a ramp hit, it looks like. As Joel's going to take first contact here. Spams away, but tries to find something here. Rex finds one Silas. Gets a trade. Rex still around. Joel's lurking. Gets one more eventually, but it's down to just Eris. And what is that? Strife win a pistol. Against a notable team. Paul is a great guy. Honestly, dude, Paul and Joel is actually the two nicest guys I've ever met. Joel's super sarcastic, and Paul, just generally kind person. I only have good things to say about him. But it is going to be BHOP there into a force. It's going to be Tech 9s, Mac 10 or 2, and it's going to be FAMAS's in the meantime for most, as Slight finds one, but Buke trading it right away. Brett close by into Raptors. Jitter gets one for himself, and it's down to just Brett. As Brett's going to get swarmed here, and he doesn't have bomb. And he's going to try and run away and try and make some ground up here, but Joel's watching anxiously, but he gets the kill, and he's going to be able to recover himself with FAMAS and some upgrade pistols as Strife take the early 2-0. So a good start here for Strife. In the meantime, BHOP actually going to have to stick in for a save here. The force with no bomb plant means they got no money. Where's my money? Either way, it's looking like the outside aggression going to come through here. Darty going to be first contact. Buke commits Sudoku, which obviously I know that's not right. Slyke finds himself one on the outside as the push still comes in here. Darty taking one more. Silas looking for more. The nade going to come out. Just barely does the damage here. Darty looking to maybe get another, but there goes the nade over top. Wreck gets the kill. Jitter cleans up the rest of them, and that's a 3-0 start for Strife. But the all-important first rifle round coming out. No op for Strife or BHOP. BHOP not wanting to force the money into oblivion here. And Strife are going to take this one as a potential free round and start to build up a little bit of an economy. Darty going to throw out that early molly once again. Did it land? Yes, it does stop Brent from pushing his way forward here. As Eris sitting on the other side, waiting patiently. As Joel's getting himself into an optimal position to maybe push this trophy room with that smoke fading. That nade's actually good. Catches Silas for a little bit of damage, as now he's going to retreat back. He's done the little bit of damage he was supposedly supposed to do. Jitter playing close by this vent dive area. But you do see Brett, he's still hanging around outside for just a little bit longer. As Re-Smoke comes in once again. Brett still looking like he wants to take this outside. And he just may. Darty going to try and play maybe a little bit of the angle here. I think he spots out Brett. He does. Gets the kill. And that's Strife to take the man advantage. And looking for a little bit more damage. Swan finds one. And it's going to be Slight to try and molly us out. And he does. Drops it perfectly. And they're going to have to fall back. Darty going to continue to spray through. But they're going to evacuate the site. And it's going to be Joel's to try and put up a fight. But Swan, Silas, and Eris all tagged up down to about 30 health apiece. apiece. Joel's gonna walk his way back. He hears the footsteps coming. Slight finds 2 already, and Joel's cleans it up. Slight coming up huge with he finds 3. Darty with that early man advantage, helping Strife confidently take these peaks. And Strife with a 4-0 start, and I don't think they lost a single man as well. BHOP struggling to find these kills, and the money not looking great. They could potentially force this, but it would be like maybe pistols for the most part, and I think that is what we're going to see anyway. It's going to be a half buy, a little bit of armor, a little bit of utility, and BHOP struggling early on here. As the fight going on outside, they are going to be able to dive down towards this B site. Darty with that late nade could do some good damage, and he does. Joel finds 1 more in the meantime. He finds Brett, drops to Molly, repositions himself over towards control room. He's going to swing on over, trying to watch Squeaky Door, which could have Eris running his way through there in a second, but he might also jump up on top of these vents. Wrecked, not ready for this situation just yet. Joel sitting on site with Darty, trying to help him out just a little bit. Slight backpedaling his way deeper in towards this garage area. But Eris looking to maybe take this fight towards Joel's. Joel's not sure which way he wants to look just yet, but Jitter now close by looking to support him just a little bit. He still hears the footsteps come through. Slight finds a couple. Well, 1 realistically is. Now they're going to double back and try and fight this with Slight, but Slight in the optimal position here to take this fight. Takes 1 out. That's Eris out, and Swan finally gets a kill there, but gets an M4. This is still best of 1. Yeah, tomorrow, if they win this, it'll be against most likely EG from the looks of it. Yeah, they had a knife. See, Ella, you know, you didn't even need to ask the question. You already knew. Actually, Iron Blood, aka Timberman, are beating EG right now 5-1. So it could be we might not even play EG tomorrow. As Strife are now up 5-1, but Swan comes out with the op. So does Slight. Rex still has that FAMAS from the second round. And Slight, you're going to see him go over towards ramp position this time. Giving up trading positions with Joel's here. As the early damage getting traded, Swan getting tagged down just a little bit, down to 89. Pops 1 shot off, but Slight, he's just holding this angle. He could have a little bit of action here soon. Jitter getting a crossfire, but not too much aggression coming out just yet from either team. But Slight still might have this angle. And he finds the first one in a Buke. Drops the flash off, and he's going to have Swan holding for him. Doesn't re-peek instantly, but he does have... He has Swan cornered there. And Slight lands the shot through the box to take Swan out of the round. And who else? Oh, Jitter. Jitter doesn't check behind him, and Eris gets the kill as he has back on. Wreck gets the trade, but now it's going to be just Brett. Last alive, 1-on-4. They know his position. Darty gets the kill, and a pretty solid 6-0 start here from Strife. I would say Strife needs 7-8 rounds on this CT side to have a good round, and it's looking pretty solid. The only person that has more than 1 kill for BHOP is Eris, and he's only 3-6. Paul, doing his best. Paul's comes through. It's probably a good call for BHOP. So let's take a look at that scoreboard for EG and Iron Blood. 5-2. I don't think anybody was expecting a score line like that, but now the game unpaused. So we're going to get this one rolling, and it's going to be another save here from BHOP. I don't think. Try first BHOP when? I don't know, man. I don't know. Game canceled, got rescheduled, but we're still playing them. Oh, no. I know you're just joking, though. But either way, it's without BHOP, I think, having a single plant yet, they're back onto a save here. It's going to be Tech 9s and a single Mac 10 once again. Darty looking to do some damage towards these lobby players, but they're stacked up for an execute. Darty and Rec find the first couple kills here. Buke gonna run his way in, find one, find two, and they're tapping down to a 3-on-3. This is leading to be in the most successful round BHOP has had so far. Joel's on the quick flank, but Joel's could have himself a backstabbing moment here. But Swan takes the fight, but loses it against Joel's. The bomb does get planted for the first time this game. It's a miracle. Slight lining up his flash forward Jitter to run his way in, but instead they're choosing to challenge Joel's. They're going to drop a smoke off and flash his way in. Jitter looking, double flash comes in. Jitter takes both of those flashes, actually. And now Slight has a gap to work with in that smoke. He's going to drop down from heaven. It's planned for... Whiffs the first shot, but Jitter doing some damage. Tags up, he has 4 shots left. Time running out. Buke takes the fight, and that's BHOP. All he needed to do was shoot, apparently, as they find themselves their first round. Now will BHOP build off the momentum, but Strife, in the meantime, not having to buy pretty much other than utility for like 3 or 4 rounds. They have plenty of money left over, but this outside aggression looks like it's going to continue to push here, as it is going to be Swan to open it up and get that kill. Darty has found himself in a decent position to maybe punish Buke as he doubles back, but they're clearing these angles, thinking he could be there, and they do eventually clear him, and they're going to continue this push on outside. Jitter close by. But Eris on the other side of this, where's Eris at? Eris is already down. As Jitter gonna spray through, trying to do a little bit of damage, but magazine runs dry in the process. Aries already on the flank down through vents. Joel's gonna have to come up huge here. Joel's playing a good angle here. Catches some damage off. He gets one player eventually running low. He's only got 4 shots left, but he decides to jump up. Jitter now making his way down. Quietly, of course. Lands a shot on the Swan, where he doesn't actually. And BHOP put 2 rounds together in a row. As the pause comes through. Not sure who called this one, but even with Strife winning all those rounds in a row, this could potentially be the last buy. Nice, but also not nice. Illa's torn. No idea who to cheer for. Balls comes undone. It's Slight still having his op, as well as Swan. As BHOP looking to maybe take this fast towards the lobby area, or ramp for that matter. Slight in a completely different position than he has been. He's been very versatile. Swan taking a deeper angle here over towards Trophy. He has been spotted over here before. These positions, Buke just waiting patiently for any sort of aggression that may or may not come out. Rec trying to play anti-flash here. As Jitter gets tagged up, but Rec punished as that hold there as he takes out Silas and Eris. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3. Favor of Strife, but it is BHOP slowly regrouping themselves for that outside control. Brett already in a strong position here, but Darty getting a little bit of crossfire over towards Garage, and Slate making his way up from Secret. He gets one, but he was kind of torn at who he should shoot at. And now Wrecked in a decent position here. Does some damage and actually gets the kill with just 8 health, and it is going to be down to just Buke. And that is Strife finding a 7th round with only really losing slight. The op was recovered, so the investment is not needed. And my voice is slowly fading from existence, just like my will to live. BHOP has one more bye. This is kind of important round for both teams here. Strife has a little bit extra spare money than I would say for BHOP. BHOP is this could potentially be their last bye here if this does go south for them. Either way, Jitter taking a little bit of molly damage as well as wrecked. As that flash goes in perfectly, the crossfire set up. Silas and Jitter get it as wow, Silas runs in there, gets it, but it is somehow Joel's to get a USP kill. Not sure what happened there. As Slight in the line of flash, but it doesn't matter. Darty close by, and it's down to Swan. Swan's already swan dive down towards vents. Gotta have that one. As that single door opening should cue the rotates here. As Swan is at least gonna get this plant down, which should secure BHOP with some extra money. With the round still potentially in the hands to be won. 1v3 though. It's gonna be hard. As they're clearing the angles and checking. It's not really planned for Swan unless he goes through double doors. Which should be fairly obvious at this point of where he's going to be at. And Swan closes the door. And he's running out of ammo. He has to hit the one tap, but he can't. They're going to full stick it, and Joel's gets the kill. And the defuse comes through, and Strife pull around 8 rounds now, actually, to be exact. But BHOP, like I said, with that plant, secure themselves some finances to buy here. Coming into the 11th round, BHOP really need to start stacking these rounds together before this round comes, its first half comes to an end. I'm 4 rounds away, and Strife already have 8, which means they have secured the first half victory, in a sense. BHOP can only get 7. But as they throw out some utility stacking up for lobby. Rec trying to get himself into a position here as the flashes and smokes are going out. The execution is coming through. Silas finds the first one to Joel's. They're not clearing all the angles just yet. Rec finds one, he finds 2. Jitter still playing close. Eris gets the kill. And can he find one more? He can. It's down to just Slight. Slight finds one, but gets traded instantly. And that is BHOP to win an absolutely explosive A-site round victory. Finally, 3 for them. As now the kill is starting to slow. Eris picking up his pace. He was the only player above 1 kill. He had 3. Now he's got 7. The rest of his team finally starting to shoot back a little bit more often. And I think this is going to be the pause for Strife discussing what they should do. I mean, Joel's can drop an MP9. I assume that's what we may see. Or we may not. And we do. MP9 for Wrecked and Jitter. Op for Slight still. And M4. So BHOP could easily take advantage of this round and try and start closing this gap. It is only 8-3 with just a couple more rounds left in this first half. And this is a CT side map if nobody knows that. Just not heavily CT sided. Starty trying to get himself into a position to maybe spam this. Wreck getting close. He's going to jump up here. Doesn't spot the feet of Eris just yet. As Silas making his way forward, but he's going to have to deal with Slight here. As Slight spotted him out, but just wasn't reacting. Not really sure why, but it is going to be now a B site to deal with. Jitter kind of face-to-face with a player here. Not sure who that is, but it is Eris. Eris. Dangerous position for both players here. As this smoke not fading. Eris eventually gets the kill, so this could be Joel's and Darty saving. As BHOP are going to be able to find themselves a 4th round. So, once again, the fast execution panning out well for BHOP. If Slight got that one kill on the trophy room player, not sure who it was. I want to say it was Silas or Swan. Could have easily been around starting to tilt towards Strife, but Slight really was just... Maybe he was in the midst of calling a mid-round strat. It's the only thing I can think of that would make him kind of like look away or mentally look away from the screen. Because he probably just checked the radar and got swung at the same time. I feel like we've all been there. Either way, it is going to be a save for Strife. So, like I said, BHOP could easily take advantage of this and find themselves a 5th round. As Swan going to rush his way through towards Squeaky Door. Jitter looking to maybe challenge us with a USP. As he breaks the vents for them and everything. What a courteous man he is. As he gets absolutely leveled by Eris. Joel's making his way up towards heaven. Slight still working his way around the outside. As both rifles dropping down on this A site. They do still have their armor, but in the meantime, Slight gets taken out as he tried to work the flank. Eris still holding this angle, waiting patiently. Bomb not yet picked up. A-site utility getting thrown, but Joel pushes forward, and that's bomb down. Darty and Joel's both get a kill. They got one player, Swan, above him with the op, takes him out, and he turns around. Joel's gets another. It's down to just Buke. 1 on 2. Buke now rotating his round over to Drift Room. Catches off Joel's, but Joel's does a little bit of damage. Rect only has the USP. He's looking, but Joel's doesn't care. He takes the fight, finds the 4K, and Strife find a 9th. Definitely a round that they had no business winning, but Joel's timing the aggression perfectly to push his way into lobby, catching some of the BHOP players with utility in their hands still, trying to rotate out. Realistically, they weren't even trying to execute onto the A site, they were just throwing some utility to go ramp. But it pans out in favor of Strife as they find the 9th round. BHOP looking to maybe end this half with 6 on a good note. As Brett gets flashed and mollied out of position once again. No outside positioning for you. As Jitter just playing patiently back towards his A site once again. And they're going to make their way over towards the ramp position. As Slight making his way down from... Is anybody holding ramp? And now Slight trying to get himself into a position here, but he backpedals just a little bit, trying to give him some space. Doesn't want to unscope or anything, knowing that it could potentially be not a great situation for him. So he re-aggresses and repositions himself as they could actually wrap through heaven. They do have full ramp control, and Strife are willingly going to give them it. Under 45 seconds left. BHOP now moving their way down towards this B site. And Eris going to dump out some utility and try and dive down towards his vent. It will be Darty on the back site. Silas holding, waiting for somebody to work their way up towards control room. It will be Joel's. Close by double doors, has a little bit of a gap to work with. He is going to get smoked off. On all angles, he is smoked off now. Eris finds Slight in the process. Eris also finds Darty as he's just lurking and finding all the kills he wants. Now he's got to deal with Recton. Levels Wrecked on top of it, and it's going to be Joel's last left alive as Swan hits the shot through the glass in control room. And BHOP are going to be able to find a 5th. A flawless, undamaging 5th. Sorry, Eris took 1 damage. I think that was from his own self when he fell down. So Eris, like, not a single bit of damage from Strife so far, but Eris could be the first victim for Strife, and he was. And any guns taken away from BHOP at this point is a positive. The money is very low, but still in a decent position. Couldn't say the same for Strife, though. Joel's the only one with a rifle being saved, and it's looking like it could potentially be the only rifle. Slight might even go Scout or SMG or Deagle. Joel's does drop one. And it's looking like that is going to go towards Darty. Slight buys his own M4, so not a terrible buy, but also not a good one. Very light on the utility side of things here for Strife, while BHOP, they got the money they want and need. Joel's throwing the flashlight. He's going to get boosted up. Brett not challenging the outside. Instead, you're going through the lobby. Maybe a little bit of ramp. Joel's playing a super passive angle. But you do see Jitter and Rek playing close here. Avoiding the spam spots that you would normally have to deal with. Rek with 5-7. Fires one bullet and gets traded. Jitter looking to maybe do a little more. Smokes it off. Slight, in the meantime, has found a kill. They're going to run back here and maybe towards ramp in the waiting arms of one of the only rifles left. And Joel's gets a kill. It's only 3 left alive. 2 left alive. 3 on 2. The flank came in, but missed time. Slight just waiting in this vent area. Now a 2 on 2. Joel's and Slight last alive. As the bomb's going to go down towards A site, Joel's going to call us out. Slight's going to be on a long rotate. Joel's going to make his way through heaven, while Slight's going to swing in from the outside. Swan looking behind him. Eris holding heaven, knowing there's going to be at least one. Swan made his way all the way over. And the timing for Slight could be worse. Joel's finds one. As they spot out Swan, they damage him. He's down to 34 health. And that's it. Strife are going to be able to win this half out 10-5. And what a CT side for them. Strong finish, strong start. Solid performance from Strife. And that's not even favoritism talking either. That's just facts. And Strife usually do have themselves a stronger CT side half, but I will say T side has been looking pretty solid for them on Nuke. And if they win out pistol, there is a potential this could be a very good start for them. But in typical Strife fashion, they dare to win and refuse to win 2 pistols in a row on the same map. They won the first one, so I assume they're going to lose this initial opening pistol. It's just tradition. And we're just going to wait for the BHOP boys to ready up, and then we can get this going. And now we just wait for the BHOP coach. Man, for once we're not waiting on Joel's. We're waiting on the BHOP coach. But we will now proceed with the second half. Strife with a 10-5 lead. This is a best of one still. Whoever goes to play, whoever wins this goes on and plays. Iron Blood is up, aka Timmerman is up against Evil Genius. 11-7 right now. This will be pistols for everyone. BHOP goes all armor, no defuse kit, no utility. Strife go 4 sets and dump all the utility early on. Swan finds the first kill onto Joel's as his body plummets into oblivion. The fight and the aggression goes from outside. Swan taps, finds another one. And like I said, as is tradition, Strife weren't meant to win this round. Oh, if only Rect had the bomb right now. As Brett and Eris find the gap in between players here, as Jitter gets taken out, and his Rect and Slight 2-on-5. Never mind, it's just Rect. Brett absolutely railroads Slight, as Rect just kind of lost. He doesn't know where to go. He hears all these footsteps. He's scared. I'm scared for him. I'm concerned. Rec's just gonna take a fight eventually here. Well, Rec just, yeah. Either way, BHOP find the pistol, which I knew was coming. So it will be the save for Strife. Just Glocks for Strife. As they're just going to kind of default out. Buke going to push forward towards his trophy room. But not finding too much damage. Eris hearing a few stomps of Darty. As Joel's maybe find something, but Silas tapping Wrecked and eventually killing him. Giving BHOP the 5-1-4, Jitter, and the rest just kind of molding about in the lobby area. Swan trying to take the fight to Joel's. That nade is going to sign his death warrant. Silas getting tapped down to 18, and if Strife even get a single kill, I will be surprised at this point. Swan drops the bomb. Jitter doesn't even want the bomb. You say that's ridiculous. Well, what would I do with a bomb? As Darty's just gonna play patient here. Jitter's just gonna full sprint everywhere. See, now he knows Swan's over there. So Buke finds Darty. What could you possibly hope to do here, Jitter? Jitter once again finding himself in a position just like Wrecked. Not knowing where to go and just having free roam, but no will to do anything. But now with all the noise he's making, his position known. And Eris gets the kill. Yes, this is a best of one Thunder. But here comes the rifle on Strife without a bomb plant, though. They're going to be struggling to find anything here. Will be something. See some Galil, some AKs, and BHOP are going to try to take this one as kind of a free round, not invest too much money. They did have pretty much everybody survive, so it's just going to be armor, some defuse kits, and some utility being bought up here. Already shuffling that bomb over and dropping it. Slight looking to take this fight, but Eris pushes and Silas. The aggression once again coming out from BHOP. Perfectly timed. Molly's getting dumped down. Rekt finds one more. It's down to a 2-on-2 already. As Rekt recovers the bomb. As it's another one of those weird rounds where BHOP hold W. And it kind of worked for him. As Brett and Eris both going to try and keep control of this outside area. Eris working his way up towards ramp, actually, choosing else as Jitter and Rekt clearing out lobby, as it is an absolute murder scene in this lobby. Bodies everywhere as blood splatter. Brett spots out, gets the kill onto Jitter. Jitter now last alive. He could force his plant down, but without clearing the angles, it would be kind of hard. Brett and Eris waiting. Rekt clearing these angles. Waiting patiently. And... oh. As he gets it to a one-on-one with a little bit of time left, but Eris going to be making his way up from heaven. And Rekt repositions himself. But Eris right there to punish the push. As well as pick up some utility scattered amongst the dead bodies. And an AK. Besides, he doesn't want that flash. He wants a molly. Good choice, honestly. As Eris gets the 2K and picks up an 8th round here. Really holding his team together between him and Swan. The only people really amounting to too many kills. Eris leading the server with 18. Followed close behind with Rekt and Joel's at 16. Swan at 14. Slight and Darty at 12. As Eris doing what he can for his team. And this... Strife probably discussing what they want to do here. Could put some real pressure here onto Strife to try and pull this one out. In the meantime, let's take another gander at that EG game. Iron Blood, aka Timmerman, are now up 13-8. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but I'm saying it. Oh, Strife with some Tech 9s. Looking to do some damage here. And by damage, I mean run through the molly, hold W. As Jitter finds one, Eris finds another. Swan close behind on the backside. Find Eris cleaning up the site. He has 3, and it's down to just Joel's already. But he's got himself on this outside position. Spamming and finds the shots eventually. Picks up a rifle. Gets it to a 1-on-3. And Joel's getting swarmed from the outside. Eris swings, and he finds 4, and Eris is on 22 kills. And this is a very important round here for Strife. They need to win this one out, or else BHOP is going to tie us up and potentially reset the money here for Strife. Well, actually, no. Strife are on max loss. But it will be a hard round for them to try and get themselves into regardless. As they spot out the op, Silas taking some early nade damage as just absolutely getting all the utility dumped down. Swan fires off a shot. Doesn't find any damage. Like looking to find one, but he can't. Misses the shot and repositions himself. Minute 20 seconds left. Strife, not much map control to be spoken of. Swan over on ramp with his op. And Brett sitting backside with the AUG. A slow grind here from both teams. A nade going out. Darty only takes 1 tick of damage. as they're just shuffling around guns, trying to make it work. Or shuffling around utilities, sorry, not guns. As it's looking like it's going to be an A-pop through and through. Slight dumping off the flashes. And they're going to walk right into Swan and his op. He drops down, gets one, repositions himself. Jitter holding for Buke, and he gets the kill. And they're going to swarm over this. And somehow, Wrecked finds one. It's down to Eris and Brett to try and win this one out. But they're coming through ramp fast. Nobody expecting it. Joel's was holding for it. Now it's down to a 3-on-2. Nade goes out. The return nade on top of it, though. Silas down to 13. Jitter down to 15. Brett spamming away. This could be a position where they may have to save, and that's what we're seeing. So Strife will be able to find an 11th round here. Silas is going to maybe be able to save this op. And Brett save his AUG. I mean, both teams really can't hunt, nor do BHOP want to risk too much. And with that bomb going off, Silas putting himself as far away as he could. And that will now be 11th for Strife. And with that round, they afford themselves a little bit of cushion room with the money. BHOP will be able to have themselves one more buy here, but Eris taking that downgrade to a FAMAS. Swan still has his op. Brett still has his AUG. Swan looking to take this peek to the outside here. Jitter gets tagged up by a molly, I think. I'm not even sure where that came from. Darty taking a little bit of tap damage on top of a nade as well. But Strife do have them a little bit of outside control. As we see, they're going to be able to cross here. But Silas is going to be sitting down below, waiting patiently. I'm assuming you'll see a molly go over towards his way. But with Strife walking, ooh, Slight gonna get boosted up here and spots out Silas. Molly nade gonna go down. And it's gonna be Swan to now finally rotate around, but Darty pulling his best interpretation. They're set up for this. Silas finds the first one on a Jitter. Spray comes through. Joel's not connecting any rounds. Silas now holding for him. Buke finds Wrecked. In the meantime, Vent drop. Brett finds one more. Finds two. It's down to just Darty. The round falling apart. The lurk from Darty inefficient. And BHOP winning one back. And putting Strife in a predicament where you could still see a buy come out. But it really was just... It looked good, but timing was just not there in favor of Strife. That's for sure. They took far too long. And as soon as... I think it was Silas down on site. I forget. Spotted one player. It takes 5 to 10 seconds to rotate to a B site from A, depending on your position. Ramp position, you gotta take 10 steps. Vents, you just gotta drop down. Outside, you just gotta go towards vents again. Like it is hard for T's here to go onto a B site and quietly make their way. Now, if Slight got that initial opener, might be a different story. But this is going to be a force here for Strife. As the aggression once again going to try and come out here, not panning out well for Strife already. Joels and Jitter find it, but they don't clear behind them. Eris, of course, punishing them for that push. Swan cleans it up, and Brett, the only one to die there for BHOP as they tie it up 11-11. Eris is absolutely backpacking his team 25-13. And this is going to be a save. Darty forcing a scout. And nothing being spotted yet by Darty. Flash goes over for ramp control as they're going to let him have it. They're playing Silas over towards control room already. And there it is, Silas coming up. He finds Slight, he finds Wreck already. He's looking for more. He finds Jitter. And this is Strife scrambling to find something here. Joel finds one. Can't get any more than that. Darty finds at least one kill with that scout. But he needs to hunt down 3 more players. Pushing forward, he pulls out the Tech 9. Brett close by, could actually get shot here. As he finds one, and finds the dink on the Buke, but the follow-up fairly close, but BHOP coming back from a 10-4 half to now being a lead 12-11. Strife always struggle on T sides of maps. And Strife really need this round at this point. They need to at least have a couple here to break the economy of BHOP. If that's what they choose to. Jitter gonna push forward here. The Flash gonna come out here. And he finds one. He's gonna spray through. Finds some extra damage on his Silas, and he may be able to escape with his life. And for once, Strife have themselves the man advantage. But the person you need to worry about is Eris. Eris has been the main reason why Strife have been absolutely struggling on this T side so far. And with Strife back all the way back towards spawn, they're going to throw some outside set smokes, and BHOP have no outside presence. Swan now making his way over towards heaven, but not sure if that's what we're going to see yet as he throws out the molly, but doesn't really matter. Eris, of course, Eris. Who else but Eris? Finds two. Like, that's what I mean. They just let Eris do what he wants, and Jitter, last alive, 1 on 4. Maybe able to get Silas, but no, Silas in timing. Finds Eris, swings back, but Silas is there for the trade, and BHOP will find 13. In the meantime, Timmerman up 15-11 against EG. And BHOP with now a 2-round lead. The hero AKs coming out from Strife with the Glil. I don't think this was communicated properly as Wrecked with 2 grand left over. Yeah. Well, you know. Nade goes out. Darty being able to avoid majority of that damage. And with a little bit of utility left that Strife have, they need to find some sort of placement on this T side soon before they run out of rounds. Buke just holding over towards Trophy, and Strife still set up for this outside take. Flash goes over top for the cross. Flash out, and they could actually wrap this in towards A. As Jitter takes his shots over at Swan, but they still have who else but Eris to deal with. They find the shots through the smoke. Silas finds one. They get the trade, but it is going to be Buke swinging with the AUG. They line up, and it's down to Brett. Finally, Striper looking at... There we go. I didn't want to finish that sentence and jinx him, but Strife finally finding a round. Finally. I was starting to lose my mind. But BHOP still have money to blow here. And you're going to see the op come right back in with rifles. Swan, there's the op. Buke gets his rifle on top. Strife, no op for them, though. But 1 round away from tying and 1 round away from resetting the economy, possibly, of BHOP. Possibly. Doesn't mean that they will. Swan gets blind and almost lands a shot on legit. I think he did through the boxes there. But instead, it's looking like they're ramping up for a ramp take. But Buke finds Slight through the smoke for no real reason other than just spamming. Duke finds Shoals, eventually gets the trade, but now down a man and down 2 man. It's going to be Wrecked and Darty to try and make something of this. Swan gets burnt a little bit there, as Wreck just waiting for maybe somebody to push in. But Brett's got him in that same scenario. And who else to deal with first but Eris? Eris finds the first one. Eris finds the second, and BHOP are going to get 14 rounds. And Strife stalling out once again, as their lead has absolutely crumbled. And Timmerman did the unthinkable. They beat EG. Not something I would have thought was going to happen, but I also didn't think I'd be sitting here casting a 14-12 game when Strife had a 11-4 half, or 10-5 half. I don't even remember what it was. Either way, Silas still working this outside position. Jitter taking a little bit of nade damage. He's going to push forward as that smoke plumes for the outside control once again. Hopefully they clear him out. Hopefully. Slight's just going to run his way over, knowing that they're going to get spammed just a little bit, but they're going to continue on. Just Tech 9's that single AK from Jitter. As the vent drops, they find Brent, and they get 1 out of it. They're going to be able to recover a rifle, but Joel's still lurking on this outside position. Not yet. Well, who has bomb? Darty. Darty has bomb. Wrecked finds one more. That's Eris out of the round. A huge kill. As they could make their way back up towards A, which wouldn't be a bad call for them, honestly. And Silas is right there. Optimal position to absolutely destroy them. Wreck now heard 1. He doesn't have bomb, though. 40 seconds left. He still has Buke and Swan to deal with here, as he drops the nade off, and he's going to try and get himself into a better position. Where is bomb? So he does have access to bomb. As Swan waiting patiently. Buke all the way on site, but Wrecked with only 36 health. Swan finds the kill, and BHOP are going to be able to find 15 and grasp themselves at least OT here, as Eris hits 30. If Strife committed to that B take, it might have been better. And once again, BHOP spreading themselves out over towards this A site, stacking over, and Brett gonna throw out a nade and maybe get aggressive, but actually decides to stop, reconsider himself. As Brett taking a little bit of damage there, he's down to 22 health. But Buke just waiting patiently over towards ramp side. Not seeing anybody just yet. Eris holding a strong angle here on the back site, waiting. As Silas finds the first kill on direct. And once again, BHOP with the man advantage. Eris taking a little bit of damage. The flash comes out. He's going to get himself in a position, clears the first one. It's Eris down. He's got to deal with one more. It's going to be Brett, the back site. And they stumble over each other, and whatever that was at the end there, and